When this old world starts getting you down, the three of us come along just to help. The weather outside is frightful, but inside our microphone is just delightful, with banter, music and chat. Welcome to Something for the Weekend with me, Stephen Day.
Me, Fiona Scott.
And me, Kathie Griffiths.
Hello!
Hello.
How is everyone?
Where have you been?
Well done on that intro, Stevie. That was great, just off the top of your head.
Just off the top of my head. And do you know what was really worrying me as I was reading that was I'd forgotten to press record. Fortunately, I had pressed record. Well, depending on your point of view, the listeners might disagree. Well, it's a fine Friday, isn't it, everybody? The end of the week, but I suppose our week started again yesterday and our brains are all a wee bit melted. Coming
For
up.
1 awful minute, Stevie, I thought you were going to say, it's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world, Kathie.
Sorry, it's the way my thought process is going. No, end of the week, hurrah.
Well, with Stevie's obsession with sci-fi, Star Trek and Doctor Who, he might have said it was the end of the world, but he was going to save it.
I could have done, but do you know, actually, I haven't got any of that this week. I thought about it as I was writing the running order, and I thought, I'll just not have any sci-fi just for fee.
Yay!
However...
Actually, you did save us, Stevie. I feel saved.
More than you know.
I'm excited about the fact
Stevie.
that the shortest day is coming up because we've been living with these dark mornings. I know it's not going to be spring instantly, but we are heading towards the shortest day. Does that not gladden everyone's hearts?
When's that? How long do we have to wait?
21st, 22nd December.
It's not the shortest day, and that makes me feel happy. It's the run up to Christmas. I think they both kind of collide, but it's more the pre-Christmas that brightens my life up. The shortest day doesn't make a difference because once you get into the 2nd of January, it's doom and gloom until March. Then
surely it's spring by the 1st and 2nd of January.
January just could be like a squirrel. I could tuck myself away under my duvet and just miss January altogether.
I am enjoying the Christmas lights that are springing up over the town. It's nice to see Christmas trees coming on. And have you noticed that we've got one next to the Open Times office? We've actually got a Christmas tree in Lochavullin Industrial Estate. Last year it was there and it was covered with CDs, but this year it's got lights.
I like the CDs.
Do you know what I enjoy seeing? CDs.
I did.
Homemade decorations.
Well, that's what I liked about the CDs. And as they turned, they went all different colours. It was absolutely glorious. So, yeah, I might be doing that because I was going to decorate my tree this weekend and I can't find decorations for love nor money. Where have they all went? It's like the toilet rolls. There
is a shortage.
Has everybody been rushing out to buy decorations?
Well, apparently, as well as like baubles, tinsel is in big demand. There's been stuff going on Facebook about anyone know where I can get some tinsel. Although some people have, like my eldest daughter, has a bit of a tinsel phobia thing going on. Can't be doing with all that sort of spiky, glittery, chaotic
Kathie,
thing that people drape round. Yeah,
Kathie, if we listen to our Christmas special, we actually have someone that suffers from. I'll have to find out what it's called, but tinsel phobia. Stevie, you're putting your hand up. Do you want to speak?
Is that not...
No. Is it? Fee. It's tinselitis.
Yeah, that was mine. That was mine.
Stevie,
That was mine.
You were going to say.
Oh, bless. We thought you just wanted to nip out for the loose, Stevie.
Well, I can do that. I'll just leave you two to chat.
No problem there.
I'm still waiting to find out where I can get some decorations.
Well, if you know where to get decorations, if you've spotted a shop that's got lots, you can let Fee know by emailing somethingfortheweekend@opentimes.co.uk.
Please help me, email me, because I think Kathie's going to make me make some if I don't find any in the shop.
No.
Do you know what I've been making? Now here you are, everybody. This is great. Oh, I wonder if you could use old copies of the Open Times. I wonder if it would work. I don't know. Anyway, get tissue paper, loads of tissue paper or tracing paper. Pile it up so you've got loads of layers. Get it could be a saucer or a smaller bowl or a big dinner plate if you want. Draw around it, cut round it so you've got loads of layers of circle. Fold it in half, staple it in the middle, open it up again, and then just pull the layers out and you get the most delightful, fluffy snowball decoration. And then you could just if you make little ones, you could put them on your tree loads of little ones, or you could hang them from the ceiling as if snow is falling in your own living room.
Oh,
there we go.
That's kind of how we like.
Then you could put glitter on.
We used to make toilet roll roses when I was little, and that's how you done that. It sounds something similar. But yeah, I was going to be getting the egg cartons out and cutting the part that you sit the egg in and wrapping it with tinfoil and making little bells.
Would they ring?
That sounds nice. Well, how about paper chains? Paper chains out of Oban Times.
Oh, paper chains are awful.
Your old Oban Times. Turn them into paper chains.
I can remember watching an episode of Porridge that they were making paper chains and stringing them round the cell, and it just reminds me of a prison cell.
If you are making paper chains out of old copies of the Oban Times, make them out the paper edition, not the digital version, because your iPad might have holes in it.
Oh.
Maybe people could send us some photos of their homemade decorations this year. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
That's a good idea.
I'd like to see them.
I think we're going to need to get a picture of Fiona's what she ends up with decorations at the end of it.
Oh dear.
Okay,
that will be interesting.
But hey, charity shops, charity shops might be an idea.
They're on my list.
Might be a few bags of baubles.
I've got a list of places I can go to look for decorations. And you're right in the middle of that list, Kathie. So expect a knock on your door on Saturday. And I'll stand back because of social distancing, and you can throw them at me.
I'll toss you through a few of my paper snowballs. We'll have a snowball fight on the doorstep. There you go.
I'm going to do something a wee bit early this time, Kathie. And me and Fee have we haven't really had a discussion about this, but we both know what this means. We're going to do our Scottish Words Challenge of the week. So are you ready for it?
I am. I'm always ready. Go on.
Okay. The word is baffies.
Oh,
baffies.
I like my baffies.
Is it something to eat?
Definitely not.
No.
Okay. Is it something to keep your toes warm?
Ooh.
Oh, slippers!
Yay.
Slippers!
Well done. Go off and get your baffies on, Kathie.
They're already on. I've had them years. Well worn. Baffies, I like it.
Yeah, we all like our baffies. At Christmas, you always get baffies at Christmas.
Not something to hang on your tree.
Christmas baffies. Anyone get Christmas pyjamas?
Oh gosh, yes. Although I don't call them pyjamas because they're my comfies, and I always have my comfies on before I eat at night. So we walk about the house most of the night in our comfies. And this year, I'm gonna be eating my Christmas dinner in my comfies because it's just me and Malcolm, and nobody's gonna see me.
Can I give a little plug while we're talking about Christmas Day and Christmas dinner? It's for a charity. It's for Mary's Meals. They've got a bit of a campaign coming up where you can make a donation. It'll be on the website. You can make a donation. It's almost like setting a virtual place at a Christmas table. And, of course, that money would actually help feed a child in one of the developing countries that they're sort of helping. So, have a little check of that because I think that's quite a nice idea. Look at their Christmas cracker appeal.
Well, have a look at that, certainly, Kathie.
Right, something heartwarming, Kathie, because, literally heartwarming. You had quite an interesting interview this week, didn't you?
I did. I caught up with Dee Bradbury, who was president of Scottish Rugby. And, she's a fit lady. But in June this year, she was having a barbecue on the balcony with her husband at their home near Lochavullin, and she died. She actually, that's it sounds like dramatic in the end, but actually she did die, but she was saved thanks to her husband, Nick, a neighbour who turned up at the right time, and they had very nearby one of those wonderful community council defibrillators. There'd been fundraising going on, and thank goodness they did. So, so here's a little chat that I had with Dee. So, you're looking well. A few months on since June, and tell me a little bit about how it's been since and how you feel now.
Well, I don't remember anything about the actual night in question because obviously I was dead. But when I came round in the hospital, NHS was absolutely fantastic. I'd had this my own internal defibrillator fitted, and I can't fault the NHS for the standard of care that they gave to us. went a bit bonkers after the episode due to oxygen deprivation, so still have problems with memory loss and certain aspects of motor skills as well. But they can't find any reason for the cardiac arrest. Everything's been tested, everything is working normally, so it's just been one of these things. It's been a strange turn of events with lockdown and all the rest of it. But feel absolutely perfectly fine.
And thank goodness for the defibrillator.
Oh God, yeah. And for good neighbours. And yeah, and I'd say the ambulance was only something like 15 minutes apparently, so it must have been local. So everything just slotted into place, and then later on I was helicoptered from the Oban Hospital to the Jubilee in Clydebank. And then a few weeks after I got home, I was in excruciating pain, and it turned out the lead from the ICD, which is in my heart, had burrowed its way out of my heart and embedded itself in my chest wall. So I had to go back into hospital in Edinburgh to get that all fixed, and that was pretty painful. But other than that, it's great.
So really, it's massively proved the point that it's so important, particularly in rural areas, to have these defibrillators.
Absolutely. And as I said earlier on, it makes me absolutely incandescent with rage when you read about them being stolen, because they're of no use other than the purpose that they're designed for. And I just can't understand the mentality of somebody that could potentially, could steal these to the detriment of somebody's life.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Now, this was a lovely. It was a social distanced gathering, because it wasn't a gathering of sorts, but there was a few people outside Ard Hatton School. The old school that's going to be turned into a community centre. So that's near where Dee lives. And there was a presentation to Dee's husband Nick and to her neighbour Dr. Lindsay Vare, who saved her life with the help of this defibrillator, and they were awarded certificates from the Royal Humane Society for what they did. So and it was quite fitting actually that we're there, because of course, as life was breathed back into Dee, life is being breathed back into that wonderful old school building, which is going to be a good project to watch in the next year or so, seeing what goes on there. So it was lovely to have that kind of heartwarming experience of being there and hearing Dee's story. But community defibrillators, you got to know, find out where your nearest one is, folks. Just know where it is. Saves lives, obviously, as in Dee's case.
I think the other thing to do is, if you get the chance, is to actually go on a course to know how to use them. And I've done one as part of Parkrun, and it was very informative just generally. And it's nice to know roughly what you have to do if you ever have to use one.
Definitely, yeah.
Now, have I told you the story about my experience of trying to save somebody's life? Stop me if I have. No? I did a course, first aid at work course. So 2 days later, driving out of town, and I see a crowd gathered, and there's a man on the floor. So I think, that's it. Okay, I've got my skills. So I pulled up, went to assist, and the poor old chap was like Sparko on the floor. So I thought, okay, you look around to make sure there's no other dangers. There wasn't. Got down the floor. Hi, my name's Kathie. I'm a first aider. So looked for his chest, couldn't see his chest rising. Put my ear to his mouth, couldn't feel anything. Declared him dead. Nothing more we can do here, I said. As I spoke those words, the bloke suddenly went and came round. There we go. It's true. It's a true story. But I do actually know how to do CPR, and I would be able to help in an emergency, but there you go. Never write anyone off until you're absolutely sure.
It sounds like you didn't have. We just need you to appear and stand over someone and speak to them, and that will be it, Kathie.
Oh dear. Yes. Anyway,
Kathie, you mentioned that Tynalt has turned into Twinkleland.
I did. Yes. Yeah. The villagers really got together and encouraged people to, bring some light into the village and into Christmas, and people have been stringing lights up, flashing Santas, reindeers, you name it, it's got it. So it's quite a sight to be seen. So Tynalt has now been renamed Twinkleland.
That's where all the Christmas decorations have went then. Tynalt, bring me some back.
Tynalt. And the small lights have gone up outside the Corran Halls. It's the Oban Hospice and the Dove Centre. You know, every year they light up the tree there, and of course it's remembering loved ones. So so there's some beautiful twinkly lights. Yes, because we all remember our lovely friends and loved ones, don't we? At this time of year, it's one of those kind of bittersweet things at Christmas. But there you go. Lights are a beautiful way of remembering people, I think.
Has anyone seen the stuff on BBC News about Newborough over in Fife with their wonky lights that they call them?
No.
A whole lot of school kids, sort of, I think we're talking 2012 or longer, were set a competition to design some lights to hang up on the street furniture. And these kids have designed these amazing drawings, you know, sort of a two-legged reindeer, a turkey, an angel. But they're all very, very, very funky, these things. I've been looking at them as I've driven through that place for years, and suddenly it's hit the main news. So it's worth having a wee look at BBC, searching for Newborough in Fife. I think we should maybe have a competition for our kids here one day when we've got enough money together to get these kind of lights, because everyone's talking about it. It's gone worldwide.
Oh.
I wonder if there's a wonky donkey. It probably is. Just a little thought.
I think there's a challenge to actually get Kathie to read that out live on air to see if you can get through it.
What? Wonky Donkey?
The book. Have you never read The Wonky Donkey?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think you need to go and investigate The Wonky Donkey.
Okay, I'll put that on my list of things to do, shall I, Steevie?
We could maybe get you to read out a few paragraphs of that on our Christmas special, which we're doing, aren't we, Fee? We're doing a Christmas special.
Yes, it's something for the weekend. Christmas special. Whoa.
It'll be broadcast on
When's
Christmas
that
Day.
Christmas Day?
It'll be broadcast on Christmas Day. We will record it a couple of days before, because otherwise we have to drag all of us out on Christmas Day, and there'll be me and my baffies and Fiona and her comfies and Kathie and her
snowballs.
Okay, we'll give you the Wonky Donkey challenge, Kathie. Maybe that can replace the Scottish word of the week.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Fee, have you got some music for us?
I certainly have. This week we've got Mike Nisbet, who was born in Dunbeg. Went to Dunbeg Primary School and Oban High School. He now lives in East London. So he's an East Ender, is Mike, and he was stuck there during lockdown, pretty fed up, missing his mountains, absolutely loves coming back home to visit. And so during lockdown he wrote a new album, I Was a Great Lake, which has real connections with his homeland. So we're going to hear a bit of that.
Hello, something for the weekend. My name is Mike Nisbet. I'm a singer-songwriter from Dunbeg originally, and I just wanted to share some of my new music with you. I'm currently trapped in London in the new lockdown, and rather wishing I was back in Scotland where I could be freer to roam around. And a lot of the songs on new music is about that kind of thing, wanting to be back in the country. I have a new album coming out on November 20th. It's called I Was a Great Lake Once. And I'd just like to play a little bit of that title song for you. I hope everyone's healthy, happy, living the dream in Oban Rock City and the surrounding areas. The song is called I Was a Great Lake Once. Oh, what is the night for? All lights, all sounds and words are omens. By morning I hope my fear has been stolen. These desire lines run on unbroken. My love is yours. was a Great Lake once. Let my love renew.
Gosh, it's like something for the weekend sessions.
It is.
I actually felt as though he was sat here in my room with me. That was so lovely. I wanted it to keep just going. It was just so nice.
It was.
Thank you.
It's a lovely guy, Mike. Started his music career in Oban at the youth club here, and everybody will have seen him at some point in Marky Dan's or in the cellar, or he just really cut his teeth up in Oban, and now he's an EastEnder.
Wow, homegrown. Oh yeah.
He's got such a mix of accents in there as well.
There was a bit of American twang in there.
American, a wee bit Scottish. I was getting a wee bit London there. Remember, you can always get in touch with us by emailing somethingfortheweekend@obantimes.co.uk. The most urgent emails we need in today are emails we can pass on to Fee to let her know where she can buy some decorations.
Please let me know.
Otherwise, it's going to be a very bare Christmas tree, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say it's going to be a very bare Christmas, which is a totally different thing altogether, Stevie. Somebody buy me comfy spice. I will be having a bare Christmas.
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. It's always lovely to hear from you all, so please get in touch with your news, comments and photos at somethingfortheweekend@obantimes.co.uk or contact us through some form of social media. So until next time, it's goodbye from me, Stephen Day.
Bye from me, Fiona Scott.
And goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths. I'm away to get my baffies on.
We're going to have to work in that Scottish accent, Kathie.
I'm not even going to try and reply in a Scottish accent. I need to practice first.
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.